You have probably encountered this question before. How much of our brain do we actually use? There are various opinions, scientific findings, and even myths surrounding the abilities, power, and capacity of the brain. If you knew how many gigabytes of memory were inside your head, you might uncover the potential of your brain. In this video, you will become familiar with a comprehensive explanation and several practical methods for enhancing your brain. Before watching this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell, and support us by liking this video. I hope you enjoy it. Perhaps you've heard the statement that myths claim humans only use 10% of their brains. Those who believe in this myth think that humans use only 10% or even less of their brain. One of the neurologists at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine in Baltimore says, while the 10% myth is enticing, it's as erroneous as it is laughable. Although there is almost no trace of the origin of this myth, some attribute it to the discussions of the American psychologist and writer William James. He believed that we only tap into a small portion of our mental and physical resources. Additionally, it's been said that Albert Einstein used this concept to explain his theory of the universe. The neurology expert also believed we use almost all of our brain, and most of the brain is almost always active. Due to this myth, some believe that Einstein unlocked the potential of his brain. The brain's capacity in an adult human is such that it can store information up to trillions of bytes. According to a study at Stanford University, the brain's cortex alone has 125 trillion synapses. In another study, scientists found that each synapse can store 4.7 bytes of information. Neurons are the cells responsible for processing and transmitting messages in the brain, and synapses are the bridges between neurons that carry the transmitted messages. However, the key is harnessing this capacity to have a powerful memory. It's fascinating to note that the human brain is remarkably hungry and requires a considerable amount of energy to sustain its activity. The adult human brain makes up only 2% of the body's mass, yet it consumes 20% of the body's energy intake. Children's brain use 50% of the daily glucose intake, and this figure rises to 60% in infants. There is an intriguing point to note about the brain's power. The human brain can produce 23 watts of electricity, which is enough to light a small bulb. A professor from Harvard Medical School has authored a best-selling book that can help you unlock the potential of your brain. The book is called The Superbrain, and it can guide you towards higher levels of health, tranquility, intellectual growth, and spirituality. To utilize your brain's full capacity, there is no need to wait for the invention of chips to enhance brain function or resort to time travel to go back to your school days. There are simpler methods you can use right now to tap into 100% of your brain. The simplest form of meditation you can practice right now is closing your eyes and paying close attention to your breath. When your mind is cluttered, direct your focus to your breath. Just 5 to 10 minutes of meditation can help clear your mind and prepare you for mental tasks. Additionally, alongside meditation, when you engage in physical exercises, your brain also works out. Having fresh air can make your brain process and remember information faster. Exercise not only increases oxygen supply to the brain, but also reduces the risk of memory disorders, heart diseases, and vascular problems. However, it's important to keep in mind that getting enough sleep is also crucial. Humans are social beings. Interacting and having various social relationships with others is one of the best ways to boost your brain. Research shows that having social relationships is vital not only for emotional well-being but also for brain health. Alongside these methods, I'd like to introduce a very interesting and effective idea to you: writing. Writing is a way to record important things in your memory and clarify your thoughts. Writing allows you to ride the waves of your imagination to wonder-filled lands and gaze in the mirror at the figures of your creative muscles. It's also a method that helps strengthen your brain muscles through idea generation, recording memories, daily note-taking, poetry, and storytelling. Have you found the answer to the question of how much of their brain humans use? As we mentioned, humans use their entire brain capacity, but it requires care and nurturing for higher efficiency. Do not forget that the brain is a muscle and needs regular exercise. Finally, I have a question for you. How many terabytes do you think is the capacity of the human brain?